in boxing, and I'm sure maybe in this area in MMA, they say when you fight a guy the second time, it becomes easier. Do you agree with that? Or?
You know, I don't know yet. This is my first rematch in MMA, and I doubt it's going to be easier because I beat him last time. You know what I mean? So he's going to be coming for blood, and he's going to be coming to take that thing away from me. So I'm prepared for a better and stronger Robbie Lawler.
I asked Robbie about making adjustments. I'll ask you about making adjustments. Do you think that's what it's going to hold the key to this thing, is which guy is able to adjust better and be able to implement that?
Yes, I think so, because, you know, we've both been in there with each other for 25 minutes. That's a very long time. And we're both going to nitpick and sit here and say, okay, this is what he did wrong. How do we capitalize on that? But you also got to say that he's going to come with some new stuff. So whenever you look at that, you expect for the old Robbie, but with some twists. And in those twists, you got to be prepared for them.
Are you you're looking for it to try to do things differently, like take him down more and maybe make more attempts? And were you injured in the last fight, and maybe that hampered you a bit?
Yeah, I blew my bicep completely after the first round. That first takedown I went for, I thought I had him, and as soon as I pulled, my bicep just blew. My arm went numb, and at that point, I couldn't get close to pulling in a leg. Prior to the fight, I couldn't pick up an 8-pound water. I mean, a gallon of water. I couldn't drink it with my right hand. So I knew it was messed up. But I also can't take anything away from Robbie Lawler. Robbie Lawler did some great things in that fight. He capitalized on some great opportunities, and that's what I'm looking at. Not the injury as anything. I'm using that as a tool of what if it happens again? You know what I mean? No. What if it blows again, or what if you hurt something else? You got to be able to find a way to win.
At the end of the fight, it was a very close fight, and you seemed to just gut it out. You just seemed to, maybe, I don't want to say you wanted it more, but it seemed that you had a strong will. Did you sense that? That
strong will comes from wrestling. You know how many times I've wrestled injured? I've had to compete through a national tournament with the meniscus and sprained MCL. You know what I mean? You just learn to tape it up and try to forget about it and do whatever you can to win. And I give a lot of credit back to God for blessing me with a strong mind and a strong pain tolerance, because that, you know, don't get me wrong, it hurt. But also wrestling, to the fact that it helped me train my mind, train me how to push through those injuries and find a way to get your hand raised.
Was this training camp for you better than the first one?
Oh yeah, this was a lot better. For one, we didn't get injured. That's always nice. And two, we focused more on cardio, more on weight, getting the weight down, striking. This is the most I've hit mitts in the last probably 2 years. You know what I mean? So we did a lot of focus mitts, a lot of stuff like that, and a lot of one-on-one training, which I think has been nice.
What's the most concern you have regarding Robbie Lawler going in there? What would be the one thing you're not worried about, but you're concerned about?
The one thing that Robbie Lawler has that everybody sees is the will to fight. And the way I mean by that is that you can never count him out. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. You can never count him out, because he could be one punch away from a knockout, or he could be one punch away from getting you to the ground. He's that kind of a fighter. He's going to be a grinder. He's going to be somebody that comes out there and fights all 25 minutes, and that's what I've prepared for.
Finally, like George St. Pierre was this kind of a signature fighter, glamour fighter in the organization. Do you feel like maybe you don't get the enough of accolades for what you've accomplished because you came in after? All fighters do when they come in after a great competitor.
Here's the thing. That's the thing is, George did amazing things for this, for my weight class and for the UFC. I can't compete against that. You know what I mean? All I can do is make my own. Does that make sense? So once George retired, and I haven't thought about it at all. You know what I mean? I don't think about George because I can't. I got to get through Robbie Lawler. Then after him, who else? Then you got Roy McDonald. Then you got Tyron Woodley. You have Hector Lombard. You got Matt Brown. You have maybe Nick Diaz might come back. You know what I mean? You got a stacked card. Yeah, I mean, you have a bunch of killers coming for that belt. And if George jumps back in there, yeah, I'll give him a shot. But I can't think about him. I got to think about Robbie and those other guys, because it's a fun class to be in right now.
Is this fight going to go the distance?
That's a great question. I don't see it going the distance, but if it does, the fans will be very happy.
And whose hand is going to be raised?
Of course, mine.
Right.
I mean, I got to believe. Just like he's going to believe he's going to win. I have to go in there. If I don't believe I can't win, then why fight?
Well, we appreciate it and want to wish you all the best. Thank you. I appreciate your time.
Thank you very much. You have a great day.
You too.